Hey, here's a good one for you. How do you do a prehistoric cave painting on your own bedroom wall? Newspaper. Come and have a look at this. Take a big double-page spread of newspaper, open it out, and then crumple some other sheets of newspaper up very loosely and just lay them down flat on one side of the newspaper, like that. And then fold your newspaper over like that, and then just go around all of the edges and fold over a thin strip back on itself like that. And as you're doing it, staple it down. It's also a good idea just to fold back the corners and staple them too. And when you've gone all the way around your newspaper, you'll have something that looks a bit like that. It's sort of a paper parcel, really. And then just gently pat it and get rid of all the big lumps or any excess air in there. And that will now be the surface of your cave wall. So then, this is the good bit. This is the messy bit. Take some PVA glue, just the ordinary white school glue in the squidgy bottles, and just carefully pour it on like that, and then brush it all over the surface of your newspaper. Now, I'm using a big brush here, as you can see, but it's a good idea for you just to take some time over this. Use your brush and just make sure you cover the whole of the surface of your newspaper pillow or your cave wall. And when you've completely covered the surface of your cave, just take some sand. Great this, watch this. And just pour it all over your cave wall. You can see already it's starting to stick to the glue like that. And then immediately, don't wait, immediately just shake off all the excess. Like that. And if there are any bits that you've missed, just dab on some glue, put more sand on there, and then leave it to dry overnight. And when it's dry, it will have gone crispy and hard, and it will look like that. Perfect for doing a cave painting on. And to do your cave drawing or painting, best thing to use is wax crayon or chalk. Now, to make your drawing look authentic, it doesn't have to be brilliant, because I don't think they were very good artists in those days. Obviously, didn't watch Art Attack. And they were quite fond of doing hunting scenes, animals and people. So just do a very simple animal. Oh, if your crayon breaks, don't worry. It means you've got two of them then. And you can always do some stick people in, because, again, they weren't that good at drawing people. So just put some stick people in, one there, I think. And maybe some arrows flying through the sky. And even a sun in the corner. And then to colour it in, well, again, they didn't have many colours. So the best thing to do is use earthy colours like browns, reds, oranges. And just going over the whole of your painting, at least the whole of your horse or wherever it is, buffalo, mammoth. And you can just feel the sand, the grittiness of the sand wearing away your wax crayon as you're doing it. And maybe just a bit of yellow there for the sun. Like that. And some green grass, just a bit on the floor. And finally, just a little bit of blue for the sky. And again, I'll say it, just keep your drawing very basic. And there it is, a prehistoric cave painting.
we do well. And to think, just one slip of the finger and it would have been a catastrophe. A catastrophe! Oh, really?
How do you turn a quick doodle like this on an old scrap piece of paper into a work of art? With a doodle frame. Take a piece of paper that's roughly twice the size of your doodle and a different colour, and then place your doodle roughly in the middle of the paper. And the great thing about this is you don't have to be precise. And then just put a dot on each of the four corners of your doodle on the backing paper, like that, and then draw a box from each of the dots to the four corners. And again, doesn't have to be precise. This is just a guide mark. And then take a pair of scissors and just snip out each of those boxes. And just see if you can guess what it is I'm doing here. Again, you don't have to be accurate with this. And let's face it, nothing on Art Attack ever is it? There it is. I like doing things rough like this. Now, at this point, I've got a piece of paper like that with 4 flaps on it. And it doesn't matter about these marks, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a felt pen or coloured pencil that's the same colour as your paper, but a bit darker, and just draw some squiggles going backwards and forwards across each of the flaps. Again, you don't have to be neat, because it's a sort of, well, wood effect that I'm looking for. So I'm just going backwards and forwards with the grain like that on the flaps. And then when you've done that, it looks a bit like cartoon wood, really, doesn't it? When you've done that, fold the flaps into the middle, very roughly. Turn that round. One in there. Another one in there. I'm doing this very quickly just to show you, but you can take a bit of time over it and do it nice and carefully. And then when you've done that, open the flaps up, turn your paper over,